Video, we have a young woman who is now teaching up at the college, and she was actually going to college on Long Island
Wow.
at that time. So she talks about what it was like and to see the streams of people coming out of the city over the bridges.
And just running, I bet.
As fast as they possibly could, because nobody knew what was going on. You know, there just wasn't a lot of good information at that point.
No, I had heard a rumor that there were some pretty influential people of the Bismarck-Mandan area that were actually scheduled to be at the building, actually at the World Trade Center the day of. Can you...
We've heard, we have been told and that there are individuals who were scheduled to be there and for whatever reason weren't. Some of those individuals have chosen not to share their story because that's a very personal story.
I believe so, yeah.
And there's a lot of emotion that goes with that. We do have an individual who has shared with us and will be presenting at the symposium. She lost her daughter, and that's Ann Nelson, is really the only North Dakotan who was killed in the North Tower of the World Trade Center. And Jeanette Nelson, her mother, will be coming to speak and sharing that story as well.
Is she from North Dakota?
She's from Stanley, North Dakota.
Wow. What was her daughter doing?
Her daughter was teaching at the time. And Jeanette will share as to why she was actually in the World Trade Center.
Okay. Yep. Gotta leave it for the day of. Gotta leave it for the day of.
Exactly.
So now, everybody was rejoicing that Sunday night. I think everybody remembered when when President Obama came on the news and announced that we have successfully killed Osama bin Laden.
Exactly.
From that point in time when that aired, what did you guys do? Did that change your planning process at all? Did it add anything? Detract?
It added. I believe it adds to the conversation because it is, as some people have said, it is the beginning of the end of the conversation about this chapter in our history. Although, is it? We don't know yet. And that will be one of the questions that I think will be asked and may not be completely answered at the symposium. But I do think people are going to ask that question, is what is the meaning of the death of Osama bin Laden to this chapter of our history? Is it really the beginning of the end of this chapter?
Or is it the beginning for another new terrorist to come?
It could be. And that'll be a very interesting question. And like I said, I'm not sure that we'll completely answer it, but we certainly will probe and examine and at least get us all thinking about it.
So now you're talking about this dialogue, but yet you're having a lot of speakers. So, I mean, obviously, is there like a question and answer session after each speaker? Is that where this dialogue is coming from? We're
going to build in definitely Q&A with most of our speakers. In some cases, we may not be able to do the Q&A until a little bit later in the day. We're also going to build in some opportunity for over lunch for table topics and maybe to pose some questions so that attendees can also be dialoguing together. The speaker's reception really is the opportunity to dialogue.
And that's where you have to buy the other $25.
That is, because it is a reception and everything. There will also be times where we'll have author signings, so authors who have books, they'll be there to sign books. They'll also have an opportunity to ask some additional questions as well. And we hope to put together a sort of a sound-off booth right there at the symposium. So if you feel like you have something to say and you haven't had an opportunity to say it, we'd still like you to say it, and we'd like you to come in our booth and sound off. We'll tape it, and we'll attach it to our website, so that we can continue that dialogue. And then on top of that, our website also serves as a place to do some dialoguing. There is opportunity for you to post, so you can do a response to an article. You can send in links of things that you think are interesting, and you can dialogue that way as well.
Now, where is it on the website?
If you'll go to www.impactontheheartland.org, it'll get you there every single time.
So it's a completely separate website of BSC's.
Correct. It is linked to the BSC website, so if you go to Bismarck State College's website, you'll also find it there. But if you just go straight to impactontheheartland.org, you'll get there.
Wow. It seems like there's a lot of really good opportunities to get out there and really kind of share your story and to learn more.
Definitely, because this is not a one-sided dialogue. This is really about an entire community talking about probably the most significant event of our history. And so there is an opportunity. We want people to come, we want people to share, and we want people to really connect with one another about this.
So now all of the speakers, I mean, are they scheduled from like 10 to 11, then 11:30 to
There
1?
Are.
So, okay.
There are, and there is an agenda. The agenda right now is still without specified times, and we've done that deliberately because we're still finalizing exact the 10-minute mark, the 15-minute mark for it. But if they click on there, they can always check and see what the most recent agenda is, and it'll always be current. Now, the other thing that's also very exciting is if you cannot get away to actually attend in person, you can watch the symposium online.
Very cool.
It will be streamed gavel to gavel Friday and Saturday.
The whole entire time will be streaming.
The whole entire time will be streamed.
Wow. So whose job is that?
We have some very talented folks at Bismarck State College who are being assisted by some other very talented folks through Dakota Media Access and also through Lewis and Clark Fort Mandan Foundation. So between all of those really talented folks, we can make a lot happen.
So now what if you aren't able, like, is that Friday? Maybe a lot of people can't get off of work,
right,
but they still want to watch. But can they then go and do like on demand and watch it on the website afterwards? Will it continue to play, or is it?
It'll actually only be live streamed during the event, and then actually afterwards we are taping the whole thing, so it will be edited down to a clean piece, and it'll be available online several weeks after, and they can download it at their convenience.
Okay, so it's not something that you have to purchase. It's something that you can actually. Very neat.
Yeah.
That's a lot of effort to go in to just put it out there for people to just to have this experience.
Definitely. Bismarck State College and the Dakota Institute feels very strongly that the community has as many humanities learning opportunities as possible, and we feel this is one way we can contribute to that effort.
Very cool. So now, you had mentioned earlier if it was $50 for the Friday, Saturday, and that's Sunday. What if you can't come Friday and you can only come Saturday and Sunday?
It's still $50.
Okay.
We went with the keep it simple theory, and we believe that you're going to get more than your money's worth for that $50.
Oh, I believe so. So what time do you think it'll usually start?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock in the morning,
Yes,
and just going on.
It's an early morning, definitely.
Well, it's just like a regular work day.
Exactly.
Very cool. So now, where are all the events being held at?
The symposium is being held on the Bismarck State College campus in the Sidney J. Lee Auditorium, which is in Schaefer Hall. Some of the special events are being held also on the campus, but elsewhere. The symphony performance will be in the Belmay House in their regular location.
Very cool. So, are you expecting any dignitaries to be at the event?
We have invited, and we have heard back from several of our federal and state leaders that they will be able to attend. There are some who I have to double check their schedule because, especially with votes and congressional activity, they need to make sure that they make that first priority, which we all appreciate.
Exactly.
And everything. But we have heard that Senator Hoven plans to be here, as barring any congressional activity he has to be in D.C. for. The governor and lieutenant governor plan to be in attendance. We also will be seeing our adjutant general of the National Guard, Major General Spinsatic. So we have several folks coming. We also have several representatives from foreign councils. We have someone coming from the Canadian Council. And the General Council is coming. We also have someone coming from the Jordanian Embassy as well. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
So quite a few influential people as well.
Definitely.
Very cool. So is there anything real quick that you would like to share last minute about the symposium and why people should come?
I think people should come because here's an opportunity to hear an awful lot of new information that you may not have had a chance to hear before, and also to hear a lot of different perspectives to give you a much more well-rounded sense of what happened and how has our life changed. And is that, whether it's good or bad, that's up to you, the participant, to decide. Our role is simply to help you find the information and have an opportunity to really think and examine and dialogue about this, and then leave it to you to draw your own conclusions about really what happened.
Very cool. One last time, when is it? Where can they get tickets? Who do they call? And what website?
Wonderful. The event is September 9, 10, and 11. You can visit impactontheheartland.org to register, or you can call 701-224-5600. And it is September 11, 10 years later, Impact on the Heartland, and we hope everybody attends.
Well, thank you so very much for coming on the show today.
Well,
it was really good insight to learn more about it, because I was very curious myself. And everyone out there watching this edition of City Chat with City Magazine, make sure you do check out their website to learn more about it. And if you would like to go, and make sure you check out this edition of City Chat this issue of City Chat with City Magazine on our website at thecitymag.com, where you can also download the current September issue with wonderful articles again. Have a good day, everyone.